You may know me as Ida Gray. You may know me as Birding for the Common Man. Or you may not know me at all. Hi, I'm Josh. And today I'm going to be talking about the Canon EOS 5D Mark IV. Look at that bad boy. Look at this. Ooh. My oh my. This is a nice looking box. Alright, so this is my first unboxing kind of thingy. And I'm just going to see, how it goes over. So, first off, this camera is new to me. This is my first DSLR camera. I have never shot DSLR before. You're going to see me look away from the camera from time to time because I'm looking at my computer where my notes are. I do not have a teleprompter. I'm in my bedroom right now. Yeah, right. So, anyway, this is my new Canon camera. Up to this point, I've been shooting on the Canon SX60HS, which has done me really well up to this point, but I wanted to up my camera game. So I went with this EOS 5D Mark IV. This is the higher end, kind of I guess it would be called the prosumer market, or just the, I'm a hobbyist photographer. I'm a birder, but photographing while birding was an amazing experience that I wasn't anticipating. I didn't think it was going to be that amazing, and it really kind of turned me on to this photographing. So I'm going to be doing some photography, and this is just going to be a general unboxing of the materials inside of the box, a little bit of discussion about the camera, and that's pretty much it. So let's begin. First and foremost, we have the user manual. One is in Spanish. We have a Spanish manual. We have an English manual. It's the Wi-Fi function basic manual, but it's also the manual of the entire camera. So that has everything you're going to need in it. It also comes in a digital form. They have a disc that is the classified as the EOS Digital Software Instruction Manual. So they have the instruction manual in digital form. The registration paperwork, which you can just do these things online. Like I did, you can register your project your product as long as you have the number. The EOS Digital Solution Disc. Now this disc has a couple different pieces of software integrated into it. It is at one disc, version 32.9. This has the most updated software in running and problem solving with the Canon line of Canon products, the EOS line. So our next level, you see it's tiered. So our next level, we have a couple different things here. This is the battery. So this is taped inside some plastic. Apparently it's got a relatively longer charge. Obviously it's going to be variable when it comes to how you're shooting and what you're shooting, what kind of level you're shooting at. So how much battery is that you're actually going to drain is based on a lot of different factors. But it comes with the battery. Here is the charger. This is a wall charger, so it sticks, obviously, like the name implies. It's got two prongs, goes right into the wall. We have the this is the eyepiece. So this eyepiece actually clips onto the, oh gosh, butterfingers today. Hold on. Oh yeah. Ha. This eyepiece goes onto the camera. I'll actually put it onto the camera afterward. This is for you to be able to just put your eye up against the camera comfortably. I'm going to just scroll down here a little bit. This is the eye cup, and there is also available to you the dioptric adjustment lenses in case you wear glasses and need more adjustment than the diopter can actually manage. They sell lenses, eye cups with lenses that will help you see better when using that. They also have the interface cable with a cable bracket, or a cable protector as they call it. So it's kind of like it holds the cable together so that you don't have to do all kinds of crazy stuff managing the cable. Next here, we are going to be entering into the beginning of the basis of the camera body. So here first is the neck strap. This goes around your neck, obviously. This is classified as the wide neck strap, which means that it's going to have a wider surface area and maybe give you a better grip. There are obviously tons and tons of neck straps, aftermarkets, that you could buy. If you're into a different company, this is the Canon specific, the EOS Canon specific neck strap, and there's obviously others. Now, and the next thing inside this box right here is the piece de resistance. This would be our 5D, and it comes with the it comes with this cap on the front here. Let me just scroll down here a little bit more. This is called the body cap, and the body cap is removable. You really shouldn't be removing it in this strong sunlight, and you definitely don't want to point it up towards the sun with that lens removed and no other lens attached. You don't want to do that because you can damage the sensor inside, which would be a very bad thing. This sensor we're going to talk about in a moment. So that is my box. Ooh, it's done. Look at that. So I have now the 5D Mark IV in my hand, and we're going to discuss some of the pieces. So on the back, it's got a 30.4 megapixel full frame CMOS sensor. It's a full frame camera. It doesn't have a crop sensor, and it only accepts Canon EF lenses. No EFS or EFM lenses would fit onto this camera. It only takes the Canon EF lenses. It's got an extremely high ISO. So that would be, I believe they call that isometric. Is that what it is? 100 to 32,000. That's really, really high. And it's expandable from an expandable option of 50 to 102,400, which is kind of like excessive, but honestly, it's good for cinematography and things like that. The ISO range is, like I said, 100 to 32,000, and the EOS 5D Mark IV camera is incredibly well suited for exceptional low light photography. So it does really well in low light situations where you need a very high ISO. Its sensor has an improved SN ratio. I'm very new to this photography, true term kind of stuff, so it took me a second. I had to understand these terms. SN means signal to noise ratio, and that is literally a comparison of the between the level of desired signal and the level of background noise. So you want a 1-to-1 ratio. That's going to get you the best signal to noise ratio, where you're going to get limited noise. And this has an improved noise processing algorithm involved in the software. And it's got a high level of light sensitivity along with high resolution. So what that means is that overall you can shoot in very, very low light situations, and you're going to still get a very good quality image. It can shoot 4K motion JPEG videos of, that's 4096 by 2160 pixels at 30 or quote-unquote 24 feet per second. So the reason they say 30 or 24 is literally word for word from the page. Continuous shooting speed may vary depending on the shutter speed, the aperture, the lens being used, the battery charge, and the various camera settings. So obviously they're just covering their butt, but it does ring true a lot of times where all these camera settings, all the things that you do to manage what your pictures come out like, all do different things to the battery. They're all going to draw different energy. They're all going to draw different power levels. So obviously, and it's going to be varying from scene to scene depending on how much ISO the camera has to have, how high the shutter has to be open, or anything like that. Where it's anything that's actually changing is going to change the energy being used. It can shoot full HD video at 60p and HD at frame rates up to 120p, which would be ideal for smooth, slow motion video. It supports MOV and MP4 formats directly from the camera. It has as we showed before, a 3.2-inch touch panel LCD, which is a liquid crystal display, a very responsive touch screen. All LCDs are relatively responsive depending on the software used, and this camera seems to be pretty responsive, at least by what the people have said about it. A lot of the reviews reference that it's obviously a usable screen. It has Wi-Fi integrated. Now this is something for me. I am a huge user of my phone. I love my smartphone. And being able to use my smartphone to pull images directly from the camera or remote shoot from the camera while I could be sitting, you know, up to 5-10 feet away and shoot the camera. I can shoot video and picture using the EOS Connect software, which I believe they reference it as the EOS utility software, which is downloadable on your computer or from my smartphone, which I use the Canon SX60HS that I'm shooting this video on also has that available. And I've used it quite a few times. It does come in handy. If it's really cold outside, I leave the camera outside so I can get some pictures while I sit inside the nice warm either car or door of my house and can shoot pictures out back. I think that's very helpful. You can connect and transfer photos quickly from your phone or other smart devices. You could have the EOS utility installed on something like a tablet or anything like that, where you'd be able to move your photos over pretty quickly. It also has a GPS system built in. That is for geotagging images. It works as you'd imagine. When you take a photo, it's geotagged so that you know where the photo was taken. It's geotagging it automatically. And you can turn that feature off, but I think it's kind of cool. The last feature that this camera is available, it's available to the camera, but it doesn't come with it, is something called Canon Log or C-Log. It can be acquired via simple modification done at the Canon Factory Service Center. You just have to send your camera away, and then you'll get it back. It's at current time of filming this video, it is $99, or just about $100, to have that software input on the camera. You can't do it yourself. You have to send it away. It is a software that you can turn it on and off in the camera settings as well. So you don't, if you have it installed, you don't have to use it all the time. But it is a software that creates files that feature an increased dynamic range. So the image file, has an increased dynamic range of the image itself, which it shows a limited range on the screen, and then it allows you in post-processing to add or take away things that you'd like. It allows you more versatility when changing the scenescape. It's ideal for extensive post-production processing and professional users, but also anyone who wants to get the most out of their Canon camera CMOS sensor, because that sensor with C-Log or Canon Log installed has a larger, basically a larger availability of the dynamic range that can be utilized and can be attained. So, last but certainly not least, I'd like to thank Deals All Year for sending me this so quickly. I just ordered this camera a couple days ago, and it was sent to me within a couple days. I'm still waiting on my lenses from Amazon, so I can't shoot my Canon yet because I don't have the lenses to go with it. Deals All Year have amazing customer service, and make sure to ask how you can get an extended warranty on your purchase. I'd like to thank Stevie especially. Great service representative, absolutely fantastic person. It was so wonderful to talk with him. And check their website out in the link below if you want to buy or are in the market for Canon or other camera accessories or bodies or anything like that. They will definitely help you out. Make sure to try and talk to Stevie. He is a fantastic guy. He did a bang-up job. Fantastic. Absolutely wonderful guy. Great to talk to. And to all you birders out there, everyone watching who's a birder, bird on.